Welcome into Sport Talk with Dwat. I'm your host, Dwat, and on this show, we're going to talk about some college football, some NFL, NBA hockey, maybe some who knows what. We're going to get into all kind of stuff with rankings and whatnot. With that being said, I'm going to bring him back in. He was off last week. He's back. What's going on, Casper?
What's up, big dog? Yeah, great show last week. I really liked the insights from your dad. I'll just go ahead and tell you the two things that I really liked. One, my favorite line was the line about letting the stadium breathe, with the rap music. I understand where the rap music comes from, and I think I'm okay with a little bit of it, but there is something to be said for like let the stadium breathe. Really like that. Thought that was really excellent. Excellent point. Honestly, I feel like he should just get him a little talk show down there in Atlanta somewhere. I mean, if any radio station needs one, he seems dialed in to the Yellow Jackets, baby, and the history. So I really enjoyed it. But that was my favorite comment on the episode, I believe.
Yeah, it was cool to hear all the backstories and the history and him and just from being down there and whatnot and really getting uh his point of view on it was cool. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
I like that, and it was good to have him on. All right, well, we're gonna jump into some news of the week, mostly coaching news. Lane Kiffin is heading to LSU. Sounds like ASAP. What's your take on that, Casper?
Uh, I don't know why. I still haven't figured out why LSU is a better job than Ole Miss. I'd be curious to hear what your dad has to say about that. He said something about it being a little better job because in Louisiana, a little better talent, but like Cam Newton, dumbest man on earth, said like you're going to be nobody at LSU if you stay at Ole Miss. You have the potential to be Bear Bryant of Ole Miss, right? So like, why leave? I don't. It doesn't make any sense. But it's been the entire thing's been a LeBron James esque
Yeah.
crap show. So
Yeah, I heard that quote from Cam Newton on one of the talk shows. He had some really good points that he was saying about all the different schools that were trying to offer him jobs. I would have liked to see him stay. I'd like to see him stay for the playoff games and see what kind of run he could make. But when jobs are going to pay you 13 million or something like that a year, it's good money.
he it's not about Lane doesn't make decisions about money. Watch that show. He said he doesn't make decisions about money. So yeah, I don't know. Poor I Ole Miss got Lane Kiffin. Welcome to the family, Ole Miss. Hopefully y'all throw some mustard bottles at him when he makes his return.
Oh, Vanderbilt coach Clark Lee stays. He got a 6-year contract. He's got Vanderbilt turned around and going in a good direction. They knocked off Tennessee. What's your take on him? Know, uh, on that deal.
I don't know if I can talk about it. It makes me sick. I am not. It's not good. That's what I've got to say about it for my Tennessee Volunteers. That program is headed the right direction. Um, God, imagine if Vanderbilt got money. Pavia did exactly what he said. He said they're going to run the state. One game does not run the state. Okay, just let's clarify. But if they do that again next year and the year after that, and then you start getting a little bit of that country music money, a little bit of that Nashville money, and I mean, listen, I love Knoxville, but by God, if I was an 18-year-old male, I don't know if you've been to Nashville, bud, but they got some sights, by God, and sounds, but sights. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I'm scared. We have no easy games left in the SEC. I don't know if you noticed.
Alex Garlish heads to Auburn. There was a lot of rumors on where he was going to go. He was at South Florida. Now he's making the move to the SEC. What you got on that?
Um, yeah, I mean, they'll beat us. They'll be in town. I believe Auburn. I think we have Auburn. I'm looking right now. Yes, Auburn is coming to Tennessee next year. So he'll definitely beat Josh Heupel in Neyland Stadium. Go ahead and mark that down wherever you need to. Um, because that's daddy. I borderline wish we would have got him, but we need to keep Heupel for now. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Good
it was like
hire.
a kind of like a homecoming type game. He was there, and then he went off to South Florida. Now he's going to come back to where he started at. So I think that was a good hire. Auburn's always when they hire different coaches, I'm always kind of curious how they shake out. They don't last a long time down there. So I hope there's some patience with Auburn and give him a couple of years to get it turned around. It's a lot. It's I bet I'd say it's a mess, and he's a good coach, and he's he's younger, and I think he'll figure it out.
Yeah, I do got one more comment on Lane
Yep.
Kiffin. Is going to Ole Miss 2026. Has to return as coach of the LSU Tigers. They will be making a trip to the SIP. You can be guaranteed that will be a night game uh, down there at Ole Miss, and I hope to God they beat the dog piss out of them. So
Oh, Florida gets their new coach. Florida hires John Sumrall from Tulane. Um, Come from a small school to the big school. I thought it was a good hire. Kind of a lot back and forth there, but it was still very. They did a very good job of getting who they wanted to get and not getting too caught up in the drama with it. I thought they handled it well. So Tulane is can win to get into the playoffs. I'm assuming he's not going to coach in that game. So good hire on that, Casper.
yeah, I mean I think so. We'll see what they got. I mean anything's better than what they had, I guess. So we'll see. Another Florida wanted a big name. This is not a big name, but Kiffin was the big name. I don't know who else was available, so it is what it is on that. This race to hire all these coaches within 12 hours of the season ending is insane. So
Yeah, it literally all started just 12 hours. It just all started and it all hit. And like once one went, then the other one went. And then time I checked my phone, it was coaches getting hired. So
shout out to Florida though for giving Kiffin the ultimatum, telling him by 12 o'clock Friday he had to decide, and he didn't. And they said, okay, we're moving on, and then they moved on. So shout out to them for that at least.
yeah, I like that. I just feel like this whole Kiffin deal, I'll kind of give a quick spill on Kiffin. I mean, going to LSU, it's probably the biggest job he's ever had, you would think. And
No, USC was bigger.
let me see.
Tennessee is of the same level. I
So I
mean,
feel like you have a lot of call it pressure, what you call it, what you want to call it. I hope he does well. I mean, I would like to see him stay. Or if he's going to go, then maybe go to Florida or go to LSU. So he picked LSU, and that's been the talk of the town for a long, multiple weeks now. So I just as a fan, I'm just glad to finally hear where he's going and what's next, and we can move on to other football games now.
yeah, the only warning I want to give, and I'll ask you this, is how long before Alabama comes knocking and he tells LSU to eat one too?
He likes to move. His dad, Monty, like to move around, and he may be there 1 to 3 years. And once Alabama runs this guy out of town, uh, then he'll just gonna jump right up there. He's already been there once, as the coordinator, so he knows it. I'm sure that'd be his dream job. You would think, big
Yeah,
state
I
of
mean,
Alabama, big team, big program.
just for the record, he is one drop pass away from being the head coach at Alabama right now as we speak. I don't know if you watched that game last night, but
Yeah, we'll get in that in here in just a little bit. It seems like the small team or the teams that aren't as good are struggling, finding ways to struggle here towards the end, which we saw with like the Oklahoma LSU game, stuff like that. We'll get into that here in a minute, but yeah, that's part of this. Week 14 is teams are going to play their best game of the year, and some of the teams that aren't as good as the rival are going to try a little too hard or whatnot and make mistakes, and that's kind of what we saw. What we saw there. Any other news you got, Casper?
uh, NASCAR's about to be in the national news this week over this stupid ass lawsuit. Sorry for my language. But it is what it is. I'm afraid that our sport that it's my number one sport is probably about to be changed and never return. So we'll see what happens. I'll be paying attention to that. Try to check in the CFC if you guys get a chance want to hear about it. I'm gonna try to talk a little bit, keep up with it, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I hate to be in the news that way.
Yeah, it's not. I don't like it as a fan. I don't like it. There's no good way out of it. Just we'll see. It's probably gonna get ugly. At some point we're getting an answer. Is it December the 3rd, 2nd?
The Kate trial, I believe, starts on Monday or Tuesday.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah,
Well,
like
that's what
it's
I thought.
it's this week.
Oh goodness. So I just ready to get that figured out and get the sport figured out and move on to brighter days ahead. Hopefully. All right, let's just dig into it. College football week 14. I'll go first on this one. Fourth ranked Georgia played Georgia Tech, not at Georgia Tech. Tech got a fat check, $10 million to sell that game off to the Dome, to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So that's what they did. That was some stuff that with some other former people at Georgia Tech made those decisions that are no longer at the at the school anymore. So it was probably 60-40 Georgia fans, if not more. It's kind of hard to tell because the seats are red, and there was quite a few empty seats, which it was a sellout. They were saying, but the tickets were so much, and I just watched the game. I wasn't there. I can say that one thing because I wasn't there, but seats were kind of slim there towards the top, and they were red, so it's really hard to tell really what's going on fan wise. But the dog fans are going to be there. They're rowdy, and they are a strong fan base. And, when you win a lot, you can do what you want to do, I guess. So, game come out 3:30 on ABC. It was a low-scoring football game. A lot of football games you see are higher scoring. People scoring touchdown. There was one touchdown all game scored by Georgia, and ultimately that was the difference. Halftime was 13-3. We kind of got lucky to get out of there at halftime with the score that it was. Man, it's just our defense played well, but just not good enough. And Haynes King played okay, but he had his few times to shine, and it hurts. It hurts a lot. All my teams lost this weekend, so I didn't know what to wear in the show, so I threw on my dirt racing gear. Looking forward to St. Louis this weekend.
Surely Jimmy's not going.
Jimmy's gonna be there. Owens is gonna be there. We got JD gonna be there. I saw that news, so that was great to see. Um, just as a fan, man, it stinks to lose to your rival. It stinks to lose what, seven in a row, whatever we're up to now. Um, just all that, it is what it is. Just as a so we lost 16-9. We kicked some field goals late. We had some chances to score touchdowns late, and we had to settle for field goals. And they're gonna run the state, and they wrote on their sign they're gonna run. They run the state, and I guess they do. Nothing I can say about it to change. So all in all, just a good year. 9-3, best year in a long time. First time going starting off undefeated since like 1966. I'd rather lose them early than lose them late. Just it's tough. It's that was gonna sting for a while. You just gotta be able to beat these big teams and big moments. So it's just unfortunate, but it's all good. We're gonna move on to basketball and get into that a little bit. So some bowl game talk a little bit, and then I'll talk about next year after this. Holiday Bowl's one of the games that we've been in the talk about. The Sun Bowl, the Pop Tart Bowl, which these sponsors are pretty funny. When I see these on TV, I hear the sponsor, I'm like, oh my goodness, how low can we go? And then the Gator Bowl versus Tennessee was a rumor, so a lot of it still got a lot to shake out. Which my quick take on this is people probably don't care about bowl games anymore. It's all about the playoffs, where the money is. That's where the games you want to watch on TV are. So like I'm old school maybe, and I like bowl games. I like to talk about them, and I feel like you should win 7 or 8 games to get a bowl game. These teams that win 6-6 is just kind of weird to get to a bowl game because you should have a winning record in the year with a winning record to get your bowl game. So I like last year I went to the bowl game. It's kind of cool to go to the games, and just looking forward to next year. Gonna have a new quarterback. Philo is his last name, and he's gonna be like a redshirt sophomore or something like that, maybe. So he's as long as everybody sticks around, and we all know how in college football people jump around. So I think he's gonna stay. He's from the state of Georgia, so I think he's gonna stick around. So I'm looking forward to next year. Prediction wise, I'd like to see the kind of the same type of results. Maybe only lose one or two. Lose one, it kind of keeps you in a safe place with getting to your conference game and stuff like that. So it's I went to 2 games this year, and both had really good environments. We won the first one, lost the second one, and they're starting to change the vibe a little bit. We got some different people in place, and people up top care about sports and football especially. So we just got to get the basketball program, and then the baseball program is going to be good. I think we're going to go to Omaha. So it's tough, and then I'll let you go on the Tennessee, Casper, and I'll kind of get my take after that.
Yeah. So overall, like out of five, what do you give Georgia Tech season? I'm just curious to kind of to hear your
Uh,
ranking.
Out of 5, I give him a 4 out of 5. It was a strong year.
Better than
Uh,
expected, you feel like,
I
record
think
wise?
I think it was the schedule wise and so whatnot. I give it. I say it was above schedule. I think we were 1 year ahead of time, and I wouldn't have if sitting here and telling you we're going to go 9-3. I'd have been tickled with it.
Yeah.
Um, from those years of going 7-5 and 8-4 to jump to 9-3 quick, and then it just leads into next year of a lot of hope. I feel like for me.
At the end of the year, y'all, 9-3, lose to a top five team is what it is. Yeah, bowl game wise, I hope you guys play Tennessee in a bowl game. I'd love to see Tennessee Georgia Tech bowl game and then turn around and play Tennessee Georgia Tech to open next year. I think that'd be fantastic. Honestly, see what happens. With that, we'll see what happens. I don't know. Tennessee Vandy. Vandy came to town. Pavia ran the state, and yeah, they blew us out in the first half. We just made it look close because he threw two interceptions. So it's tied at halftime, 21-21, and then yeah, I mean they just absolutely beat our brakes off. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. We were terrible. Defense was awful. Anybody that plays Tennessee in a bowl game, if you want to let Georgia Tech know, if you get like a third and long, what you do is you just run somebody right through the middle, right at the sticks, and it'll be wide open. There will not be anybody within 10 yards. So I would do that. Also, if we play y'all in a ball game, Haynes King, he could probably run for like 250 yards. Wouldn't be a problem. Just tell him to drop back, act like he's going to throw a deep ball, and then just go because nobody's going to spy, nobody's pay attention. He's got legs. So, uh, yeah, embarrassing. Can't lose to Vandy. Cannot. It's unacceptable. Is that that's not an inappropriate term. It is unacceptable. It's the University of Tennessee to lose to Vandy. You give the fans a 10% talent fee increase on season tickets this year. You lose at home to Georgia, Oklahoma, and Vandy. Not okay. It's just not acceptable. Um, I don't know. It's bad. Vandy's a good football team, but they're not that good, And
Yeah.
the home stadium is just not mattering anymore. Watching that game, thankfully we got all these nice HD cameras and all this stuff, and like, dude, they're just the crowd's not in it, like, because we should be beating Vandy, and I think that the problem with the fan base a little bit on that front is like we've got to these big games so many times that like you're like, no, give me something more. Like I need something to cheer for, and like Oklahoma, I felt like was a little bit the same way when I was there. It's like, no, we're down two touchdowns. Like, y'all do something, then we'll cheer. Like, it's not on the crowd to put you back in this game. And a lot of frustration. I would like to go to games. I went to one straight up, didn't pay for it. Somebody gave me a ticket. I'm not paying to go to a game for $300 football game. It's just not happening. So, you're gonna have to figure something out about that. But that is part of the fans' attitude. It's like, I'm here paying $300 and we're gonna lose. Like, no, we can't do that. So, I'm scared of Vandy. Vandy has potential here if they go on a run. Hopefully, Pavia doesn't come back and everything will be okay. But if he comes back next year and they beat us again, and they might run the state for real. So I don't know. Overall for the year for Tennessee, does that cover the game? Is that
Yeah.
good
Oh yeah.
enough? I mean,
Yeah.
we got
Yeah.
beat. Overall for the year, Tennessee. If you would have told me 8-4 to start the year, I would have told you it's unacceptable. But I wouldn't fire Josh Heupel. Got to have some changes. Put this out on X. The changes are we've got to do something with the offensive play calling. Like it's just not it's not clicking. It's so obvious when we go speed. So when we don't go speed enough, the defense essentially is just trash. Got to start over. Sorry, nothing against Tim Banks. I think he's a good guy, but like it's just we got to try something different because what we got going on right now ain't doing it. So like to see something different there. The quarterback situation's tough. Four quarterbacks, 4 years. I mean, that's tough for anybody. But 8-4, I would have said, okay. It's not okay, but I'm not ready to fire our coach. These people are trying to fire Josh Heupel are crazy. If he leaves, I won't be pissed off. If Penn State wants him, take him. But at this point, I don't know who we get as a replacement, so might as well keep him and then see if we can make some changes, right? But I don't know. Give him a little bit of time to cook. I would like to see fire out of him. I think you saw it. I think you liked it. But somebody asked if you could ask Josh Heupel one question in the press conference right now, what would it be? And I think what I said is something like, when are you going to act like you care? I think part of Josh Heupel's problem is he's a nonchalant guy and he likes the
Yeah.
play on the field to do the talking. And unfortunately, the talking is bad and the fan base needs a little something, something to go. Like we need a little Lane Kiffin, we need a little Nick Saban, we need a little fire, right? And we just haven't had that from him, and it's a little bit frustrating. Um, so hopefully he gets it better. But tell us you want to be here, man. Like go in there and say, hey, this is unacceptable. This is not the standard at Tennessee, and we will do better next year. That's what I wanted to hear. I don't, it's okay we lost, but I want to hear that we are going to do better next year and that this is unacceptable. Um, there's talk he might go to Penn State. I don't know. Some people say it's Facebook crap. If I was him, I'd go straight up. Tennessee is a tough, tough coaching job. And if he doesn't, I mean, at the end of the day, because of this loss yesterday, he's got to go what 10-2, make
Yeah.
the playoffs, win the SEC championship, one of the two, to probably have a job next year. I just, which is a little ridiculous in itself. I mean, you remember when we were and younger and I hated Tennessee. I married into all this stuff, but you know how bad it was. Like, they sucked all the time. Even when I
Yeah.
first got into it, 15, 12 years ago, like they sucked bad.
Yeah.
But, we're a lot better than we were. And, I want to get your take on this. This whole concept, like playoff or bust, this ain't
Yeah.
college basketball, dude. It's it's not 64 teams, or 68 teams or whatever it is getting in. It's 12 out of 100 something,
Yeah.
140, right? I don't
Yeah.
130. Like, it's hard. It's damn hard. And you're playing in the SEC. It ain't getting easier.
Yeah,
Like,
it's yeah, like you said, I mean it's on 12, 12 out of 100 and something, 140 get in. And if you're not in the 12, then there's gonna be a change made and the fan base is gonna be mad. And I don't like it. And I don't know any way around it. Um, just gotta win every week and you can't go 8-4. And if next year they do 8-4 again, then like this is maybe one gimme year if you even get a gimme year with the quarterback stuff that happened early. But at that point, you got to get they got a new guy in, and you got to make the best of the situation. And like 8-4, I mean, if you when I say that, it's like that's just not what you want as a fan. That's not what the fan base wants. And if we let's just say he does go somewhere, then who are we gonna get? And that's just I feel like it's a bigger mess to even start these rumors that I'm seeing on
yeah,
just before I got on there with you, I'm seeing all these, Penn State rumors. It's like, no, just stop, just stop. This, season's over, just done for the year. You got a bowl game. Go put out some effort and go get in the middle of all this transfer stuff and change your coaches if you got to. The coordinators and whatnot. Figure it out and just you just gotta. It's gonna be brutal. It was not the way I got on here the past 3 or 4 weeks and said that I was hoping they would win out and it would ease this offseason a little bit. And to lose to your in-state rival, they beat them 6 or 7 in a row, and now and then you don't want to see that bunch come in there dancing around and celebrating on your field, and then the fans were leaving, which I mean it was over with. I watched it with my dad.
I, I don't blame fans for leaving early.
Yeah,
You pay $300 a ticket if you want to leave early. Fine. I
yeah,
do better on the field. Sorry.
yeah. So that just my take on the year is just it wasn't. It's disappointing, and but I mean only so many teams can win these games and go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And at that point, we already knew we were out of it when we lost to Oklahoma. That would knocked us out.
Yeah.
But it's easy to look back and go, well, if we would made that field goal against Georgia, we would have done this, we would have done that. We went on the pick six against Alabama. Then maybe we just have one loss, and then we're sitting in a whole different spot talking about this, but we're
Yeah.
not. And it's tough, but just next year, I mean, as a fan, like yeah, the hot seat's gonna be hot next year, and next year's schedule is rough. Is it Texas? Oh,
It's
it's
bad.
rough. Texas.
Texas, Auburn, LSU, Alabama. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be any easier. And Vandy again at Vandy, like got
So that might be the toughest schedule that they've had in a long
I,
time.
I
And
think it is the toughest. There's no easy wins. I was looking at it yesterday. There's no easy wins. So, but
so
just kind of go back to what we're talking about this whole like get in the playoff situation
yeah,
with his coaches in general, just so everybody understands. Approximately 1 out of 11 teams gets in the college football playoff. According to my math, I was homeschooled. It took me some slack. According to what I'm finding on the internet here for basketball, it would be 1 out of about 5 get in. Okay, like it's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Like that's big time difference. So, like it's hard to do it, and you're playing the best conference. So, like I don't know, man. Like yeah, you're because you're in the better conference, you get a better chance. But like it's hard to do. You got to win all these games. I mean, I don't know. It's tough, and you know, I get the money. I get the aspect of like let somebody stay, let them cook, let them build a dynasty. Let them give them time. You just can't go firing these guys. Like Penn State's crazy for firing James Franklin. I'm sorry. Like why? What I mean, what? Because he won 10 games and made the playoffs. And I mean, I lost Ohio State. Okay, like Ohio State's freaking good, dude. Like they're good. So I don't know. It's just crazy where we're at overall with football, but we'll
Yeah, a
see.
lot's there's been a lot change, and it's hard to. You just got. I guess for me at least, I'm having to embrace this new concept, and it's part of it, and we'll be okay. We're gonna go to this bowl game hopefully, and put out some. See who's gonna play in it. These days it's tough to even half the team probably don't even play in it, so it's kind of get ready for next. Hopefully they got a quarterback lined up. Do you know anything about the quarterback for next year?
For Tennessee, no.
Yeah. Okay. So
Transfer. I mean,
yeah.
probably. I mean, that's maybe McIntyre, but probably transfer. I mean,
Yeah. So
I mean,
that's just part of the system these days. So that they got one job, and that's to go get a quarterback. I mean, everybody else does it. So I expect some kind of name here in the next few months of this get some
Nico's coming back.
Nico. Come on back, Nico. Oh my goodness. So it's just a lot to look forward to. There'll be a lot of talk on that throughout the offseason. It's fine with me. Give me something to talk about. So real quick, we'll jump through some of these conference games. Next weekend, Duke and Virginia. I mean, what a slappy game this is going to be. Like Duke, really? Like it was like a six-way tie or something for the teams that's lost two conference games. So, yeah. And then Alabama, Georgia. Georgia can't seem to beat Alabama. So, I like to see Alabama win that game. Indiana, the number one ranked Buckeyes. So that's gonna be a 1 versus 2 game. So I like that Big Ten game. That's gonna be a good one. BYU, Texas Tech, and then North Texas and Tulane. If Tulane would win, they could really knock some teams out of the playoffs. So that'd be cool to see that happen.
Yeah. The only one you miss is James Madison versus like
Oh,
Fresno State or whoever they're playing for the Sun Belt. So here's what we want. We want Duke to win, beat Virginia, no ACC team get in, and then let's go ahead and get in James Madison so we can have James Madison and Tulane absolutely in here. And I'm just going to tell you what we're going to leave out when they come in. Just remember this: Texas, Vandy, not getting in. Neither of them. They're not. They have no chance. You're talking about a Texas team that scheduled Ohio State to open the year. No chance. That's
you answered my
crap.
question. I was going to ask you. 9-3 teams. I don't think they should be in.
Wrong. If you're a 9-3 team and you schedule a top three opponent out non-conference, yeah, you should be in. Period. I don't care as long as you don't get blown out by 50. I mean, they didn't get blown out, right? What was the score of that game? They lost by what, a touchdown, 2 touchdowns? I'll pull it up. It wasn't that bad. So, I mean, I don't know. Why? So this is what I told my dad. If I'm Tennessee, I'll tell you what my non-conference games are: UTC, Tennessee Tech, and ETSU, and nobody else. Why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you? Give me Chat State. Okay. And here's the real one that nobody actually wants to hear. The schedule needs to be shorter. We actually need to play 11 regular season games. Nobody wants to hear that. So 9 conference games, 2 non-conference, one in the SEC. It should be 1 ACC and it should be 1 Big 10. Just screw all this scrub stuff. Everybody should have to play it. That's what you should do. But I mean, oh God, what a joke. Sorry, I'm going too long. Go ahead.
Oh, good. It's gonna be. I just kind of get this whole concept and all these rules of how you get in, and just I almost wonder if they should have like a win, a loss, and then like a dash for your other. You didn't win by enough, or you lost by you didn't. They need to maybe have a third little dash on your wins and losses. I feel like. But you did see this past weekend of teams scoring a lot of points to try to prove themselves, which I mean that's the system, I guess. I don't know. Like, is that going to help any? You think?
I mean, they have to do it. If I was Vandy, I'd have put up more points. They lifted with a minute 12 to go, and I would have got another touchdown. We weren't going to stop them, so I don't know why they didn't. I would have. By the way, Texas lost by 7 to Ohio State,
I
week
got one
one.
for you. If Alabama loses, are they still in?
No, which is also bullcrap because they should be. I think they should set the damn playoffs right now. That's what I think. I
Yeah.
think conference championship
Yeah.
games shouldn't even be a
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-mm.
Get rid of them. Screw it.
I
Why?
I wouldn't want to be in one if I lose it, it cost me. I would.
Yeah.
That just I don't want to be in it. I do not want to be in that game because
No.
they're ranked 10th, and if they lose, they got 3 losses. Um,
If Alabama
yeah.
loses and misses, that's crap. Straight up.
So it's just true because then like Vandy, do they get in a BYU
No,
or 11th? Are they in or out? If
not
they
unless
if
they
they
beat
lose,
Texas Tech. If they beat Texas Tech, they're probably in, and
yeah.
and then Oklahoma's probably out or Alabama. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's all. We can talk about this next week, I guess. But like when that thing comes out, don't you're not going to be within 10 feet of me because I will. I'm just going to be yelling and screaming at the TV. I can already tell. So, anyways, we're
All
really
right.
running in your time here.
It's all right. NFL Week 13. We're gonna carry on here. Jaguars at the Titans. Titans laid down 25-3. Titans are 1-10. I've watched some of this game. I actually got it here in Chattanooga. It worked out good. Nobody was there. Nobody seems to care anymore. When you're 1-10, what do you expect?
Yep.
So the Falcons at the Jets. That was a 1 o'clock game. I caught the very end of it. That was in the picks here a little bit later. We'll get to the Jets kick a 56-yard field goal, something like that, to win 27-24. It was an impressive kick. He missed one early on in the game, and he came back. He's getting old. Was it Nick Falk or something like that?
I have
The
no
kicker.
idea. I don't.
Anyway, some old guy. So he knocked that one through to get the win. Right quick, we'll do the Bears are 9-3. The Packers are 8-3. The Chiefs are falling. They're down to 6-6, and the Eagles fall to 8-4. I watched some of these games on Thanksgiving Day. I was sitting next to a diehard Packers fan. They were all around me in Crossville.
I'm sorry.
They were getting into it. That was my first time watching an NFL game with, well, maybe the second time, watching some diehard NFL fans watch their game like in person. It was unique. They kind of get into it and scream a little bit like I do with college football. So I was really kind of curious leading into that game on what to expect. And we watched the entire game. We didn't leave and turn the TV off until the game was over with. So that's what I expected, but that was kind of cool to see that side of things.
Just imagine if the Titans didn't suck.
Yes. But that's about all I got for the NFL. College basketball, there's some good games here, so I want to get into this real quick. Las Vegas was hosting a tournament. There was about 6 people in the stands. Why have tournaments if nobody's going to go?
Because they need people to watch this shit on. They need people to watch this on TV. While they're eating their turkey. That's why. That's why they have these things.
So Tennessee beat Rutgers on Monday. They beat Houston. They are ranked number one. So they beat Houston on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, they lost to Kansas 81-76. So Tennessee is now 7-1. Starting off strong, they got the loss there, but I think they've been able to carry on. Georgia Tech played in Niceville, Florida, and there was about 4 people at that game in a very small tech school. Lost to DePaul Friday night, 75-61. Saturday night they played Drake and they lost 84-74. That game was ugly the entire time. It didn't even come on TV. We were getting some football games instead on CBS Network. Georgia Tech's 5-3. Tennessee is 7-1. So we're gonna get to it here in a little bit, hopefully soon, with some games that are good to watch each week. Which the Vols have some games coming up, Illinois and whatnot coming up. So I like their stretch of games. Real quick, I'll blow through this. NBA, the Grizz played at the Pelican. The Grizz won. The Cavs played at the Hawks Friday night. The Hawks won 130, 123. Grizz played at the Clippers Friday night, 112-107. Real quick, hockey. The Preds played at the Red Wings, 6-3. The Preds got the win. That was Wednesday night. Preds at the Blackhawks on Friday, 4-3 Preds. Jets at the Predators Saturday, and that was the Jets got the win 5-2. All right, we're doing good here, Tom. Picks of the weekend of this past weekend. Vanderbilt at Tennessee. Casper had the Vandy on the spread, and they took care of that. I had Tennessee, so that was a miss. Falcons at the Jets. Spread was 2.5. When I did the show, it was 2.5. Um, it got changed to 3, but on the show it was 2.5 through the text with me and Casper. And the Jets won by 3. So that covered the spread for me. Seth had the Falcons. I had the Jets. And our flex was Auburn. They kept it close, but I believe the spread was, they didn't win by the spread. And then I had Clemson to cover. I couldn't believe that they weren't even favored to win. So I picked Clemson on that, and they took care of South Carolina. All right. This weekend, picks of this coming up weekend, Georgia Uh, versus Alabama. The spread's a 1.5. You're up first on that one, Casper.
All right. Give me Alabama.
Okay. All right, and I'll go with Georgia. We'll see what happens there. All right, then we're gonna do a little NFL here on this one. Bengals at the Bills. The spread's 6.5 for the Bills. Who you got, Casper?
Joe Burrow's back. That's be probably in the freaking snow. More than likely, be cold. If it's at the Bills. Give me Joe Burrow. He looked pretty good from what I did see this
Mhm.
weekend coming back. So give me Burrow to get the win. Josh Allen to crumple. It's about time.
Okay, and I'll go with the Bills on that one. All right, flex. Oh, I love the flexes. Who you got on that there, Casper?
Give me Duke plus 2.5 over Virginia. I would take a money line, but I'm not feeling that big and bold about it. But I do think Duke beats Virginia, and we'll just see how embarrassing the ACC is in football.
And I'm gonna go with BYU. They're 13.5 point in the wrong way. So I think they're gonna at least keep it close. I don't see it being a 14 point game for Texas Tech. Well, I don't want to see a big score blowout there. So that's that. We still got some time. Anything else you got,
That's an
Casper?
ignorant line on that BYU to Texas Tech game. That's a good pick for your flex. That'll change. Don't worry, they'll get that down to about 6.5 by game time. But no, sorry for my issues not being able to control my mouth. But other than that, thanks for having me on here. It's been a great time.
Oh, it's good to have you on here each week and get your opinion on it. It's all good on that. But yeah, I mean, there's quite a few good football games this weekend with Auburn, Alabama. I got to see the end of that one. I like to see the smaller teams uh, compete.
They tried.
Yeah, they tried. Cal beat SMU, which then affected the turnout of the
Yep.
conference championship game for ACC. So that was
Yeah, because Cal and SMU belong in the Atlantic Coast Conference. For those of you who didn't know.
because we needed Cal to beat them. Then we needed Virginia Tech to beat Virginia. So
Mhm.
it was kind of looking okay as our back end option to the conference, but didn't work out that way. But before we end this thing, I'm looking forward to St. Louis, Missouri this weekend with you and Joel. I'm gonna head out there Thursday,
Oh yeah.
and I've never been to an indoor race. I've never been to St. Louis, Missouri in my life. So check out the arch. Check out some of the stuff to do there for the touristy stuff, and I'm looking what y'all went a couple years back. So what?
Yep.
So just a right quiz. You got any takes on that race?
I think it'll be a really good race. Lots of cars in this race. And everybody cares now because it's $70,000 to win. It's never been that much.
Oh,
So,
okay.
if you guys don't have Flow Racing, maybe they'll have a sample. But I'm telling you, this Saturday night race probably going to be the best race of the year because they're just going to run over each other because it's for 70 grand. It doesn't matter. They got 2 months to work on their cars. Most of these guys are bringing junk cars with fast motors anyway. So see what happens. I think it'll be awesome. We're gonna have a great time, and it's a party. Like it's inside race. There's no weather. It's cold outside. Nobody's got nothing to do. They make Bush beer there, so yeah, it's you better watch out. Everybody gets a little wild.
Oh man, I can't wait, and I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna shut it down here in a second, but we're on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, Spotify. You can check us out on there. And with that being said, we're gonna say see you in the next one.
Oh yeah.